I got this message from a place called Mixn, a spot in Ocho that specializes in making ice cream using liquid nitrogen. If you don't know what liquid nitrogen is, it's like a harmless gas, and they cool it down so much that it turns into a very cold liquid. I only see them use like in science labs and all these things. Of course, I was skeptical. Although I was a little skeptical, I decided that I was going to go. So I made my way down to Ocho. People were located at 4 White River Commercial Complex in St. Ocho Rios. And as soon as I stepped foot into that place, I knew this was not going to be your average ice cream shop. There was giant blocks of letters on the wall, and that is how you choose your flavors. It was like I was in a science lab, and it was like a whole science experiment. That's when I met Penny. And Penny was like the manager. She was talking to me in my head. I was just like, how does this work? How does this work? How does this work? Eventually I asked her, Penny, how does this work? And she said, it's pretty easy. I was like, I want to see this. She proceeded to show me. And honestly, people, it's blew my mind.
First, you pick your size, and we have 4 ounces, 8, and 16.
She asked me to choose a flavor.
And our flavors are vanilla, chocolate, coffee, Milo, peanut butter, Nutella, mango, strawberry, and mint. You could mix the flavors if you want to for the same charge.
And of course, I went with the simplest one, it was strawberry and mango.
4 ounces goes for 600, 8 ounces for 12, and 16 ounces for 2400.
She took a container and she poured the liquid into a small cup.
If you add a mixing to the flavors, and the mixings are everything from the alcohol section and other dried items like cheesecake, Kit Kat, all the good stuff, and the alcohol. Each time you add one, the cost goes up by $250.
Then she poured that in a bowl.
Well, except for Hennessy. Hennessy is 400.
I was just there watching, and I was like really waiting to see what was gonna happen next. And then she started to mix it in the mixer. She got another canister, and it looked like water when she started to pour it out. But as she poured out, a cold, and there was a lot of froth. It was just like smoke, magic. I was like, yo, this is so cool. And as she continued to mix, and then eventually that cloud just evaporate, and then I saw something bubbling in the bottom of the pan, and when I looked down in the pan, I could not believe it. I was looking at ice cream. Still wasn't convinced, you know what I mean? So she scooped it out and she put it in a bowl, and she handed it to me with a nice smile on her face. You know me, skeptical now. I said, all right, make a try this. Took one bite, and I could not believe my taste buds. I was like, only was this creamy and milky and delicious. It was all vegan ice cream. I was like, no way in hell. I started eating the ice cream. It was light. It didn't give me a sugar rush. I could eat more and more and more of it. And let's believe it, people. So I asked Penny what was her best-selling ice, and their best-selling flavors was Guinness Badness and strawberry cheesecake. So I was like, give me a Guinness Badness. So she made a Guinness Badness for me from scratch, and I had that, and oh my god, couldn't believe it. That one was good as well. I was like, listen, give me a strawberry cheesecake right now. Ended up having at least 3 to 4 ice cream that day. And then the thought hit me. What if I could get my own ice cream? I mean, a flavor that I create. And she said, sure, I can do that. So I had to whip out one dose of the leche, creamy caramel, and I wanted to know how the Adam flavor that tastes in the form of ice cream. I whipped it out and I said, Penny, I want it taste this. Put a vanilla flavor in. She dropped that dulce de leche, island spice, and in no time I had creamy. Oh my god! When I tell you guys, this was the best
I think this one is the best one, and I'm not even exaggerating.
ice cream I've had. It was so creamy and so rich. I'm like, yo, you guys have to put this on the menu. Liquid nitrogen was actually used back in the day when they were making ice cream, and this is nothing new. also is not a case where the liquid nitrogen is put into the ice cream. It is just used to make the ice cream really cold. So shout out to Mixn. It is something that I think you will want to take your kids to. You would want to take your granny to. Really enjoy the experience. Shout out to Mixn for inviting me down. Whenever I'm back in Ochi, I'm surely going to get my Mixn fix.